Hello and welcome back to RAF Live from Not Going to Uni. We're here at RAF Benson to look at everything outside of the day-to-day job you might do on base here in the RAF, starting with RAF Motorsport.
But there are so many clubs and associations that you can get involved with. I'm going to be taking a little look at some of them throughout the next half an hour or so, starting with one of my kind of favourites. And if the car behind me is not a giveaway yet, we're going to be talking to the guys from RAF Motorsport about how you can get involved.
If they just have an interest in it and they want to get involved more, it's the sort of thing we do. We take people from an absolute novice, we show them how it all works and what's involved, and then the idea is that at the end of it we try and get them out onto a track, and if they like it even more, then we take them through, guide them through the race licence.
Just talk me through this car. It's a BMW off the base of it, but it's a racing car, but it wasn't always a racing car.
No, so it's a 2004 BMW 116. They're marketed, they're quite old cars now, almost 20 years old. But in the last sort of 10 years or so, the 750 Motor Club have ran, they're one of the organising bodies in the UK, they've run the 116 Trophy, which is built to be a very cheap entry point to motorsport. It's roughly can work out that if you, including buying the car and then all the safety equipment and the various mandatory parts, you could probably go racing for about £7,000.
Which in the world of racing is actually fairly economical.
Yeah.
You talk about, there's the opportunity to obviously race if you get your licence, but if you don't want to race for some reason, are there lots of other opportunities to get involved in terms of the setting up of the car and just being a part of the team in general?
Yeah, so before I got my race licence, I actually spent 3 to 4 years-ish with the team before I got my race licence, and basically it just involved me coming to race meetings, learning the car, learning the team, learning what went into it. I got involved with the setup, I got involved with a few pit stops, with not so much the organising but certainly the logistics of things.
What's your quickest pit stop time? Not quite F1, 2.1 seconds.
Not quite, but I like to think I'm almost there.
Yeah, but it's been refitted and rekitted. How much of that do you do yourselves within RAF Motorsport?
So to be fair, we've stripped these cars down almost entirely. The only bit that we've not done is the roll cages, and we do get those professionally fitted, just because for the safety elements. While yes, we could do it, and it's not mandated by the championships. It's that peace of mind that someone who's an expert in the field is going to do it.
But also from what you're saying, obviously, as much as fun it is, and racing can be a full-time job for some, the social element of it as well is obviously a massive part of it. It's teamwork, it's working together from people across bases, because although the motorsport is kind of based here at RAF Benson, you don't have to also be based here, right, to be a part of it?
No, not at all. So we've got people based all over the UK and some overseas now. And they still get involved as well. We've got people up at Lossiemouth, we've got people, which is North Scotland, got people in Cyprus, and they are still just as active as any one of us in the motorsports team. Obviously the RAF does help a lot with that, with they're kind with us with travel and things like that. They will allow us the time to travel to where we're going, and that makes it good, because you're meeting people all the time from different parts that you wouldn't necessarily always meet in your day-to-day job.
Although the data side of it I can get quite into, because again, yeah, it involves the computers, but this is more just new skills. Go back a year and a half before I really got involved with the team. I didn't know how to change wheels, I wouldn't know how to do the fluids, things like that. I wouldn't know how to wire up things. So it's all stuff that I've learned through motorsports, and it's useful things for the future. It gives me a few extra strings on my bow, really.
What can we see on this side of the car? Talk us through the sort of the setup here, and you did this all this morning, right? Setting this up for showcase, but also for the realignment.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So this morning while we were setting up, we jacked the car up, took the wheels off, and put it on these plates. And the good thing with them is that they are on wheels, so they can move around a little bit. Ideally, what you do is you level the car off first, just to make sure that it's balanced correctly. And then, as you can see with the strings here, that's there just to make sure that it's all it is all in line with it, as it should be.
Doesn't help that I'm leaning against it.
No, but no. So what you do is using all these rules on here, you would make sure that everything is in line, or depending what you're trying to achieve. So if you want to have the wheels perfectly in line with each other, you'd make sure that it says the same value on each one. Or perhaps if you're trying to do other things, you'd look at the camber plates. You can also do some while you've got the wheels off. Obviously, things like suspension adjustments will be quite easy now, and things like that. Yeah, it's all a good bit of fun and a bit of challenge as well, really.
We have made a few adjustments with remapping and timing, things like that. That's just to eke out those extra ponies. But it's kept very standard, and the idea behind that is it keeps the racing close together. So the championship that this car will race in has a set of regulations, and to stop people going absolutely crazy and putting as many engines and horsepower as you like into it, they have a set of rules that everyone abides to. And as I said, it keeps racing close, it keeps it cost effective, it keeps it exciting, really, you could say. So
do you need any qualifications to get into this type of field, like you need a certain GCSE or A-level qualification? If yes, which subjects?
Okay, so to get into the motorsports team within the RAF, we don't ask for any extra qualifications, educational. It's just the requirements to get into the Air Force in the first place, whatever those requirements are for your particular trade. So once you're in the RAF, no, we don't ask for anything else.
Brilliant. And James, final line from you. Why should they get involved in RAF Motorsport?
Because it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's so much fun. You get weekends away, or you get the opportunity to go to big engagement events. So the Royal International Air Tattoo, the Grand Prix. I got to do that last year.
Amazing.
That was a lot of work, but at the same time, you got the reward of you're there doing a lot of things. You get to see the race as well, and yeah, the opportunities that you get through motorsport is even more than you would think just through the Air Force.